The nurse who knew too much. It was a foggy night in Boston, the kind where the Charles River disappears into a gray haze and the streetlights blur like smudged watercolor. I'd just finished a slow shift when I picked up a fare outside Mass General Hospital. Some nurse, late 40s, still in faded blue scrubs, her face etched with exhaustion. She climbed in, her sneakers squeaking on the mat, and muttered, "Dorchester, please," before slumping against the window. I nodded, flipped the meter, and pulled into the mist, figuring she'd be a quiet one. She was, at first. The wipers swished against the drizzle, and the radio crackled low with some late-night talk show. We were halfway there, stuck in a snarl of brake lights on Starro Drive, when she broke the silence. You ever wonder how many people die because of someone else's mistake? Her voice was flat, like she'd run out of energy to care. I shrugged, keeping my eyes on the taillights ahead. Sure, I guess. Happens all the time, right? I thought she'd drop it. Most passengers vent a little then clam up, but she didn't. I saw it today, she said, staring out at the fog. Doctor botched a surgery. Guy was young, 30s, appendix burst. Should have been routine. But the doc nicked an artery, panicked, tried to stitch it up too fast. Patient bled out on the table. She paused, her breath fogging the glass. They'll cover it up by morning. Chart'll say, complications, family'll get a sorry call, and that's it. I felt a chill crawl up my neck. You serious? I asked, glancing at her in the rearview. Her eyes were dark, hollowed out by whatever she'd seen, and she nodded slow, like she was confessing to me instead of a priest. Happens more than you'd think, she went on. Wrong meds, missed scans, egos too big to admit a screw-up. I've been at Mass General 15 years, seen it all. This one, though. I can't shake it. Kid had a wife waiting in the hall. She doesn't even know yet. I didn't know what to say. The traffic crept forward, horns blaring faintly in the distance, and I just listened as she unloaded this hospital underworld I'd never thought about. Why tell me? I finally asked, half curious, half freaked. She gave a tired laugh. Who else? You're here. And I'm done holding it in. Then she sat up straighter, peering out the windshield. Hey, change of plans. Take me to the Black Rose instead, down by Faneuil Hall. I frowned. That's nowhere near Dorchester. You sure? Yeah, she said, voice firm now. Need a drink more than I need my couch. I shrugged again, customers always right, and swung east toward the bar. The fog thickened as we rolled through the city, headlights bouncing off wet cobblestones. She went quiet again, and I figured she'd burned out her story. We pulled up to the Black Rose 5 minutes later, a dim pub glowing through the haze, and I turned to say the fare, $18.50. But she was gone. Back seat empty. No sound of the door, no footsteps fading into the night, just a crumpled $20 bill and a hospital ID badge sitting on the vinyl where she'd been. I blinked, heart thudding, and grabbed the badge. It was hers, Mass General logo, photo of a worn-out woman with those same dark eyes, but the name was scratched out, a jagged black scribble over the print. No barcode, no title, just that eerie blank. I sat there, engine idling, fog pressing against the windows, and stared at it. Did she slip out at a light? Climb out ninja style while I was distracted? Or, and this messed with me more, was she even real? I'd felt the weight of her in the seat, heard the squeak of her shoes, but now I wasn't sure. I drove home in a daze, badge and 20 still in my pocket. Next day, I called Mass General, asked if they'd lost a nurse matching her description. They brushed me off, patient privacy, no comment. I've still got that badge, tucked in my glove box like a ghost I can't shake. Every time I pass that hospital, I wonder, was she spilling a real secret, or just screwing with a cabbie for kicks? Did she walk into that bar, or vanish into the fog for good? I'll never know. But I can't stop hearing her voice, low and heavy, telling me truths I wish I could unhear. Every journey comes to an end, but the stories never stop. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe and join us on new journeys. There are many more incredible stories of life behind the wheel to come.